Hey guys, what's going on? It's Vic here, back with another Madden 21 video. In today's episode, we're getting into another rebuild, but this time Carson Wentz is on the Indianapolis Colts. If you didn't already hear, the Indianapolis Colts traded a conditional second and a third-round pick, I believe, or maybe a second-round pick and a conditional third. If you don't know what conditional picks are, don't worry about it. It's not really the biggest deal. But anyways, guys, if you are new to the channel, make sure you like and or subscribe. We're almost at 2K subscribers, so you might as well hit the like button and like and share. You know, why not?
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you something.
We don't care. Jerry.
Okay, sorry for begging for stuff, but we're almost at 2K subscribers, and it does mean a lot. But on this Indianapolis Colts rebuild, I do not plan to replace Carson Wentz, because this rebuild is all about Carson Wentz. Even if Carson Wentz starts to regress and he starts to become like a really bad player in simulation, I'm still going to try and keep him this entire time, because this entire rebuild is based around Carson Wentz. So if he does end up sucking, and this rebuild does end up sucking in general, I'm sorry. It's kind of like the Matthew Stafford and Jared Goff rebuild, except in the Jared Goff rebuild, I did cut him. But in the Matthew Stafford video, it doesn't matter how much he regressed. I always kept him around just to make sure that this rebuild was solely based around him. So if he does regress or anything like that, I'm so sorry. That's just how this rebuild's going. But overall, this team has a lot of pieces to work with, and I feel like this team definitely could have been a Super Bowl team that one year right before Andrew Luck retired. So this team should be actually well balanced and ready to go. It just needs that QB commander. So let's just get into the trades. So I know I'm already going to get yelled at. Marlon Mack. We have Nyheim Hines and Jonathan Taylor. Not needed. Justin Houston, Xavier Rhodes. Old, take up so much cap room, don't need. Julio Jones. He's been wanting to get out of Atlanta for the past 2 to 3 years now. He doesn't want to be there. And we're trading, and we get a 4th round pick in return. Nothing better, dude.
How do you block people? You block, my nigga. How do you block this nigga? No.
And now we're trading away Jack Doyle. We have another tight end, a younger tight end that I want to start over Jack Doyle, who also takes up $9 million cap room to be an aging tight end, a left end who is aging, and Jacoby Brissett, who takes up $20 million in cap for a first. So we got a 1st round pick for trading away $20 million in cap room and Jacoby Brissett. That was way too much. And we got Julio Jones out of it, and I know you guys are like, oh, that's unrealistic. Like, Julio Jones is eventually going to be traded. It just depends which team he's going to be traded to. And I want to start that star development tight end. This is why I wanted to start him. And looking into the defense, this defensive line is honestly not that bad. I think I'll probably get edge pressure in the draft. And Bobby Okereke and Darius Leonard develop really, really well in simulation, so hopefully they can develop nicely whenever I simulate this. So anyways, guys, on that, let's get to the midseason mark. Here we are at the midseason mark, coming off a win to the Detroit Lions. And looking into it, Carson Wentz has a breakout challenge, and I am guaranteed going to hop into that and make sure he gets that superstar development. It's like a must-have. I mean, I could simulate game by game to make sure we get it, but it's okay. We're 3-4 at the midseason mark, not that great. T.Y. Hilton, I wanted to trade him so bad because I knew I didn't want to re-sign him, but I know everyone would throw a pissy fit in the comments if I did do that, so I just got Julio Jones instead. I'm going to re-sign Malik Hooker. T.Y. Hilton's not going to come back, I can guarantee it. And Mo Ali Cox. Interesting name. 76 overall star dev. That is the tight end I wanted to develop, and that is why I traded away my tight end. Zach Pascal usually develops really nicely in simulation, actually, whenever he plays in the slots, so I'll just keep him around. Anyways, guys, I'm going to hop into this game against the Ravens to make sure I can get this breakout challenge for Carson Wentz, and then I will see you guys in the playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs, not making the playoffs, coming off a win to the Jacksonville Jaguars, and we finished 7-9, second in the division behind the Titans. Carson Wentz didn't do bad, but did really bad in touchdowns. 16th the best offense, 3rd best defense, though. Carson Wentz over 4,000 yards and 22 touchdowns and 11 interceptions. That's not a good touchdown to interception ratio. Jonathan Taylor did pretty good in yards, not so good in touchdowns. Nyheim Hines had 10 touchdowns. Julio Jones was a beast like I expected. Only 5 touchdowns, though, but you can't really blame him. Carson Wentz did kind of suck. Bobby Okereke with the most tackles on the team, most tackles for a loss, 11 for Darius Leonard, most sacks on the team, 15 for Darius Leonard. Great season. 2 interceptions for Kenny Moore. Safeties on the team is going to be one for Julian Blackmon, the second string free safety, and one defensive touchdown for Kenny Moore as well. Kenny Moore seemed to have a pretty good season, but Bobby Okereke is probably going to get a dev up. So many of these guys, enough of that, let's get to the offseason. Here we are in the offseason as the Buffalo Bills beat the Dallas Cowboys in the Super Bowl. Looking into the AFC South, nobody in all of the AFC South did retire. So looking into the players now, and T.Y. Hilton went from an 83 overall to a 79 overall. Zero chance I am re-signing this man. Trey Burton, he regressed from an 81 to a 79. Not going to re-sign him. And looking into Zach Pascal, did not get a dev up, so he will not be with this team next year, unless I sign him in free agency on a cheaper deal. But anyways, guys, looking into the team, Carson Wentz does have superstar development because of that breakout challenge. He only went up 2 overall since the breakout challenge, so that's a little disappointing. But looking into it on the offense, nothing else has changed except for Carson Wentz. But defensively, Darius Leonard went from star to superstar development, out my way, an adrenaline rush, and Bobby Okereke now has star development. As I said, they progressed very nicely in simulation. In the draft, I'm probably going to pick up some outside linebackers and then make sure that they're speed rushers or power rushers, then move them down to the edge. But let's get to free agency. Here we are in free agency, and I'm picking up Keanu Neal, and I'm also picking up T.Y. Hilton on a dirt cheap deal. Made sure that he came back on like a really bad deal. Since nobody was touching him, I might as well bring him back so that way people don't get pissy at me in the comments like all Colts fans do, especially since Andrew Luck retired. They haven't had quite really the best time. But Michael Pittman Jr., he will be a good long-term replacement, I would say, for T.Y. Hilton. And for right now, this defense is shaping together really well. Need to look at linebacker and edge pressure in the draft. So anyways, guys, let's just jump into it. So I got an outside linebacker who is a speed rusher, so I'm going to move him down to edge. He's ranked number 6 in the class, but he doesn't have a development. But looking into the team after the draft, this is what it currently looks like. Offensively, we didn't do much because guess what? We don't need to do anything. We just need to progress. And defensively, I got an edge, a power rusher in the draft as an outside linebacker and just moved them down to the edge positions. Now we just need a middle linebacker and to just progress. So I'm going to look for a middle linebacker in free agency here just for like a short-term option. But yeah, this team just needs to like develop and then we will be all set. We have every piece that we need to be filled in right now. Maybe we can improve in right guard, but I personally don't think we need to do that. So let's just get to the midseason mark. Here we are at the midseason mark, coming off a loss to the Bengals. And we have a frustrated running back, and we are 3-4 once again, apparently. Third in the division behind the Jaguars and the Titans. Looking into the contracts, Darius Leonard here with superstar development, 93 overall. Of course, we want him back. That's going to be a massive deal, upping the salary for him as well. And he wants more bonus. He's being picky. I gave you more salary, and you want more bonus. Braden Smith, how about you, man? Do you want more bonus or anything? No, you don't. You want to re-sign like a normal player would. Naheem Hines, I think I can get him cheaper in free agency. T.Y. Hilton, no. Anthony Costanzo, I think he'll regress. That right guard, I think he might regress as well. So we might lose some of our O-line here. Our O-line is kind of on the older side, except for Quentin Nelson and Braden Smith. And I think our center's kind of young too, but our left tackle and our right guard isn't so young. So I'm going to spend some Coach XP here on weekly player goal XP, so don't mind me. And other than that, guys, it's time to get into the playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs as we are coming off a win to the Cardinals, as we are 11-5 here to face the 11-5 Titans, and we took the division over the Titans in the second year. Carson Wentz had a little bit better year than last year, 11th best offense in the NFL and 6th best defense in the NFL. Carson Wentz, 4,100 yards, 28 TDs, 15 interceptions. And looking into Jonathan Taylor, 10 TDs and almost 1,100 yards, better season than last season. Julio Jones and Michael Pittman Jr. both tore it up this season. Similar stats, but Julio Jones did a better job. Defensively, Keanu Neal with the most tackles on the team, most tackles for a loss, goes to 12 for DeForest Buckner. Most sacks on the team is going to be 18.5 for Darius Leonard. Monster season. And interceptions on the year is going to be 3 for Kenny Moore. That's actually a pretty solid number. I think he's just doing a little bit better and better every season. 0 safeties and defensive touchdowns, 2 for Kenny Moore. That's surprising. And the other one is going to go to a 3rd-string defensive back or a 4th-string defensive back. I don't know who that was. But still, Kenny Moore had a great season. Darius Leonard absolutely went off. Same with Michael Pittman Jr. All great seasons. Can we beat the Titans to move on to the divisional round? And we cannot, even though we stole the division from them, losing 28-13 in the wild card round. That sucks. So let's just get to the offseason. Here we are in the offseason as the Saints beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl. And looking into the AFC South, no one retired once again. That is very interesting. Surprised that T.Y. Hilton didn't retire. He's getting up there. And looking into Darius Leonard has superstar X Factor. He's going to want a bigger deal now. Up his salary, 6-year contract, and he stays with the team. Nyheim Hines, I think I'm going to get him cheaper. T.Y. Hilton, I can't re-sign. He's just too old. And our left tackle is getting older as well. Maybe I'll pick him up for cheaper deals in free agency. Maybe not. I don't know what I want to do with them. Darius Leonard has superstar X Factor, and he got an XP point. So it's pretty obvious since we just saw it. And looking into the XP bonus, I'll just give that to running back. And looking into the team now, what do we have for offense? Offensively, Michael Pittman Jr. has superstar development. That is great to see. With the abilities mid-out elite, don't really like that, so I'll give him route apprentice instead. And it doesn't really matter in simulation. And Darius Leonard has the superstar X Factor as we discussed before. Reinforcement I'm okay with. And Bobby Okereke has superstar development with reach elites. Yeah, I'm okay with that. And Kenny Moore out here with superstar development as well. Not surprised by that. He has return man. I don't like that. Put tip drill on him. And we're looking pretty good on this team. So other than that, guys, let's get into free agency. Here we are in free agency, and I got J.J. Watt for our edge pressure. Nobody was signing him. Nobody wanted Harold Landry. I got him. Russell Gage is an X factor, and I got him as well. Nyheim Hines, I got a cheaper deal. Mike McGlinchey, I got as our left tackle, and I got Terrell Edmonds from strong safety, and then I moved him down to middle linebacker just to fill in a spot. He'll be more of a depth linebacker. But our receiving core, 2 superstar X factors and a superstar player, and we got 2 X factors on the defensive line. We got Darius Leonard rushing off the edge with Harold Landry, Bobby Okereke. This team is so stacked. There's nothing else we need on it. But anyways, let's get into the draft. So I'm going to pick a tight end here as a depth tight end. Maybe we'll run different tight end sets. I don't really need him though. I just got him. And we're getting a right guard to replace our other right guard, and we may need a left tackle as well, but that's why I got Mike McGlinchey to put him at left tackle. So we filled in the right guard spot. And this is the team, as it actually has improved so much from last season. I swear to God, EA is going to be like, the best we can do is 3-4 at the midseason mark, and you will finish in the playoffs at about 9-7. Yeah, that's the best we can do. I swear, EA always does that. But anyways, guys, on that, let's jump into the midseason mark. Here we are at the midseason mark, coming off a win to the Broncos, and looking into, we're 8-0. Oh my gosh, never mind. I take it back, EA. Whew, I love you if we win the Super Bowl, and only if we win the Super Bowl. 8-0? Ooh, Quentin Nelson. Yikes, we don't have any money. Okay. He wants more salary. I'll have to give that to him later. It's either between Rock Ya-Sin or Bobby Okereke. And Bobby Okereke, I feel like I can replace in the draft. I'm not going to lie. Quentin Nelson, simulation doesn't even affect O-linemen. I'm going to re-sign Rock Ya-Sin because he's the cheapest out of all of them. And it's between Bobby Okereke and signing Quentin Nelson. And I know you guys are saying, oh, sign Quentin Nelson, but it's like, I know that's the realistic move, but also at the same time, like in Madden, linemen don't really affect simulation that much. I just do it because it's a realistic thing. First of all, you know what, before I choose between them, let's see who's taking up all the money. It's probably going to be Carson Wentz. I wouldn't be surprised. Quentin Nelson's taking up a lot of cap. And yeah, Carson Wentz, $22 million. Quentin Nelson's next. Julio Jones, DeForest Buckner, Grover Stewart. Who is not relevant that's taking up money? Let's look down. Ooh, a right end. Yeah, our second string right end that we picked up in the draft. He's got a huge rookie deal, so I would trade that guy away. Our punter is taking up too much money. I'm not going to be paying our punter more than I pay Rock Ya-Sin and Jonathan Taylor. No way. That's a different kind of crack that I don't want to smoke. Anyways, we are trading away our left end, our right end, and our punter for a first-round pick from the Eagles, all to get rid of some cap that we don't need. And those guys are just second-string players. I don't need them at all. So we're here to negotiate with Quentin Nelson. He wanted more salary and more bonus, and he wants more. He wants even more. I just increased your salary. I don't know what he wants from me anymore. I can't even sign Bobby Okereke. I'll probably try to sign one of them and then franchise tag him at the end of the season, but let's get to the playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs, as we actually made the playoffs, but we only made the wild card. What? We're 12-4, coming off a win to the Titans. Who stole the first seed from us? We were 8-0. The Chiefs stole the first seed. That's bullshit. That is BS, man. I'm sorry for cussing, but at the same time, it's BS, bro. We were 8-0. Carson Wentz did amazing. 12th best offense in the league. Looking into it, Carson Wentz isn't even top 5 for MVP. He actually had a really good season. Best QB in the AFC. Carson Wentz at 3. Okay. He actually had a really good season, more than he's ever had. 12th best offense. Best defense in the NFL. That is what I was looking for. 4,100 yards, 37 TDs, 6 interceptions. Great season for Carson Wentz. Jonathan Taylor, 8 TDs and 1,100 yards. 4 ones in a row. Russell Gage popped off. 1,100 yards, 11 TDs and 10 TDs for Julio Jones. And looking into it defensively, Kenny Moore with the most tackles on team. Most tackles for a loss. 15 for J.J. Watt. Most sacks on the team is going to be 18.5 for Harold Landry. Most interceptions going to be 1 for Bobby Okereke. Very lackluster in interceptions. And safeties is 0 and defensive touchdowns is 0. We were the best defense in the league, but barely averaged any interceptions or defensive touchdowns. We didn't have any defensive touchdowns or safeties, but somehow we were the best defense in the league. Okay, so we beat the Raiders in the wild card. God, I hoped we did, because if we didn't, I would lose my mind. Let's beat the 11-5 Browns, aka Madden Simulation Gods. This game sucks. I hate it. I don't know what you guys want me to do. It's simulation. It sucks. Anyways, the Browns lose to the Packers in the Super Bowl in simulation. The Browns are always a simulation god tier QB. And J.J. Watt retires and our free agent punter retires. Losing J.J. Watt, that's going to be a big thing. I think what solely affects defense is pressure, is your base pressure. Like, my D-line was elite and I had the number 1 offense, even though I had number 1 defense, even though I had no interceptions throughout the year. Quentin Nelson, I'm upping your money again and you still don't want to sign. Do I got to skyrocket Bobby Okereke's contract? Okay, shoot that up and shoot his bonus up by a lot. Bro, why? Okay. We were like a playoff team and neither. Okay, now I have to choose between one of them. Quentin Nelson does not affect anything in simulation. The simulation is not based on that. I'm tagging Bobby Okereke. If you want to go cry about it, you can go cry about it. I know he's a 99 overall offensive lineman and this would not happen in real life, but at the same time, this is not going to be like a real thing. I skyrocketed both of their deals and we made it to the divisional round of the playoffs. Any player with common sense would sign those deals. I know those weren't massive deals, but we would still get that. And Harold Landry now has superstar dev. That is good for us. I guess we'll have to get something in the draft or something like that, but I can't get anything in free agency because the franchise tag. Like I said before, I can't get anything because the franchise tag, because, yeah, we just franchise tagged them and that just consumes all of our money. So I'm picking up a center who's going to replace Quentin Nelson, which is, it's a big thing to lose Quentin Nelson, but like I couldn't do anything about it, man. Anyways, this is what the team looks like after the draft. It's still not a bad team. Carson Wentz has developed very nicely. Carson Wentz, I don't think he's regressed even at all in this season, but please, not in this season, in this rebuild, please, please, please. We need to win. This team is God Squad. 88 overall. Let's get to the midseason mark. Here we are at the midseason mark, coming off a loss to the Texans. We're 3-4. How? How are the Jaguars 5-2? What crack are you smoking? Because I need some of it. What is this? I'm not going to resign any of these players because it is the final season, like I always say. But let's just get to the playoffs, man. We missed the playoffs, coming off a win to the Titans. Finishing 9-7, third in the division. I don't even want to look at the stats. 91 overall team. 91. And we missed the playoffs. 2 superstar X Factors receiver, a superstar development quarterback, a 90 overall halfback, and a superstar development slot receiver, a very good O-line compared to other teams. What do you want? We have a great D-line. Okay, so let's see if there's another team with a 91 overall, 85, 88, 87, 90. Browns have a 90 overall team. That's the highest I've seen. Ours is a 91. Cowboys is 88. Okay? The highest I've seen is 88 and 90. Come on. Wow, wow, would you look at that? We have the highest overall in the entire NFL. We have a 91 overall team, and the Browns have a 90 overall team, and the Cowboys have an 88 overall team. We are the highest overall team in the entire league. 91 offense and 91 defense, so we're not an imbalanced team. And you say we missed the playoffs at 9-7, EA. Fix your game. That is total BS. We went 9-7, and I had the highest overall team in the entire league. And my playbooks are correct. My scheme fits are at least an 80% on offense and defense. This game is horrible. I don't know what you want me to do. I hope you guys enjoyed me raging, but that's going to be it for this video. See you in the next one.